Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to Star Scandal Spotlight. Tonight, we dive into a story that has left the entertainment world absolutely stunned. Love triangle reignites? Joong-ki's revelation threatens Song Hye-kyo and Lee Min-ho's wedding. Just the headline alone is enough to send shockwaves through fandoms around the globe. What exactly did Joong-ki say? Why now, and how is Lee Min-ho reacting to it all? Buckle up, because what you're about to hear might change everything you thought you knew about this high-profile romance. Let's uncover the truth, right now on Star Scandal Spotlight. It was supposed to be the fairy tale ending everyone dreamed of, a stunning wedding uniting two of Korea's most beloved stars, Song Hye-kyo and Lee Min-ho. Invitations had allegedly been sent to close friends. Stylists were on standby, and luxury venues in Jeju and Paris were being whispered about behind the scenes. But then, everything changed. Just days before what was rumored to be an official announcement, Joong-ki, Hye-kyo's former husband, dropped a revelation that no one saw coming. It wasn't a media interview, nor a prepared press statement. Instead, it was a single line. Off-script, raw, and devastating. During a live fan interaction in Tokyo, "There are things I never said, things I protected, but maybe I shouldn't have." The moment those words left his lips, the internet exploded. Within minutes, #Joong-ki trended worldwide. Speculation ran wild. Was he talking about Song Hye-kyo? Was this his way of reclaiming the truth? And most importantly, was this a warning? To understand the weight of his words, one must look back at the tangled history between the three stars. Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo were once Korea's golden couple, the Song pair, who went from K-drama lovers to real-life newlyweds. Their sudden divorce shocked fans. Not just because it was unexpected, but because of how silently and quickly it happened. No scandal, no public war of words, just a clean break. But silence doesn't mean peace. Sources close to both actors have hinted for years that the true reason behind the split was never made public. Joong-ki had always taken the high road, until now. And that shift, subtle yet seismic, may have just fractured the future Hye-kyo was rebuilding with Lee Min-ho. According to an insider from one of Korea's top entertainment agencies, Lee Min-ho has been visibly disturbed since the revelation. Never been the jealous type, the source revealed. But this is different. Joong-ki wasn't just making a comment. He was shaking the foundations. Lee, known for his composed demeanor, has reportedly delayed the wedding planning process. A meeting with his stylist team for the engagement photo shoot was cancelled last minute. And while Song Hye-kyo remains calm in public, close to her described her as quiet, distant, even distracted. She's always been good at holding herself together, a longtime friend said, but this brought back memories she thought were buried. Social media has been split. Some accuse Joong-ki of being bitter and seeking attention. Others praise him for finally speaking up, believing he may have held back years of emotional truth to protect someone else's image. "He's not sabotaging anything," one fan wrote. "He's human. He loved her. Maybe he still does." Still, others are more cynical. "This is a strategic move," tweeted a media analyst. He knew the timing. He knew the wedding buzz. He wanted control of the narrative again. What happens next is anyone's guess. Will Lee Min-ho confront Song Hye-kyo about her past? Will she speak up? Will Joong-ki follow up his cryptic statement with something more concrete? Rumors suggest a tell-all interview may be in the works, while others believe the trio may never address the situation again publicly. But one thing is certain. The fantasy has been cracked open, the perfect image of romance, of closure. Happily ever after, now seems fragile, delicate, even performative. Fans watching every move and reporters circling like vultures. This love triangle is no longer a chapter of the past. It's alive, and it's rewriting itself in real time. 2 nights after Joong-ki's shocking statement in Tokyo, a curious detail began making rounds in industry circles. Lee Min-ho had allegedly made a private phone call to none other than Joong-ki. The existence of the call has not been confirmed by either party's agency, but a well-placed manager within a top K-drama production team shared anonymously. It wasn't hostile. It was quiet, tense. Mitsuho needed to know what was really behind that comment. He needed clarity. Not as an actor, but as a man preparing to marry the woman Joong-ki once loved, according to this insider. The conversation was short. Joong-ki didn't reveal anything beyond what the public already knew, but he reportedly left Lee Minutes-ho with the halting final sentence. That one sentence, it seems, is enough to cast a shadow over even the brightest engagement. While the two men quietly navigate their storm, Hye-kyo has remained silent. Publicly, at least. Her last social media post, a serene photo of a flower garden in Paris, now feels almost symbolic, as if she were yearning for peace amid chaos. Behind the scenes, however, reports say she's been anything but calm. Staff members involved in her upcoming project said filming was delayed due to unforeseen emotional distress. One crew member disclosed. She came to set, but she wasn't there. Not really, it was as if her body had shown up, but her heart and mind were somewhere far away. Say Hye-kyo is torn. Her history with Song Joong-ki wasn't just romantic, it was public, precious, and once the center of her world. And now, she tries to move forward with Lee Minutes-ho. Ghosts of the past threaten to return. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Song Joong-ki has intervened without crossing lines. Insiders recall that during the height of his divorce, refused to allow his team to leak any personal details that might damage Hye-kyo's reputation, even when it meant facing harsh speculation alone. He took the fall, quietly. Said a former legal associate, it was as if he thought he owed her something, even in the end. So what's changed now? Some speculate that Song Joong-ki's sudden honesty isn't fueled by bitterness, but by fear. Fear that Hye-kyo is repeating an emotional cycle, or that Lee Minutes-ho, like him, might end up blindsided. He's not trying to ruin the wedding, one close acquaintance claimed. He's trying to stop history from repeating itself. As of now, no official engagement announcement has been made by either Lee Minutes-ho or Song Hye-kyo, but industry whispers point to a postponement. Not a cancellation, but a pause. One of Lee Minutes-ho's team members reportedly said, he loves her. But he's not a fool. He needs time to process what's real. He's withdrawn from public appearances and skipped a scheduled brand photo shoot. Meanwhile, his agency released a vague statement. Lee is focusing on his upcoming projects and asks for privacy during this time. A classic line, but in this context, it feels loaded. As the drama unfolds in real life, fandoms have erupted into emotional chaos. Some are blaming Song Joong-ki for reigniting old wounds. Others blame Song Hye-kyo for not addressing the confusion. There are those sympathizing with Lee Minutes-ho, caught in the middle of something he never asked for. This is what happens when feelings aren't resolved, a netizen wrote. You can move on publicly, but your heart always lags behind. And maybe that's the real tragedy. So here we are, at a crossroads. 3 lives, once separated, now entangled again. A wedding that was supposed to symbolize new beginnings now hangs in uncertainty, haunted by an old love story that refuses to die. Will Song Hye-kyo speak up? Will Lee Minutes-ho walk away or stand firm? And will Song Joong-ki ever reveal the full truth he's been holding back for years? One thing's for sure, this isn't just gossip. It's the kind of real-life drama that even K-dramas dare not